I know, and I've seen your drawings too.
What'd you think though?
The blood was good, but it was very, very detailed.
I wish you'd put as much detail into the rest of the drawing, like the sky,
Yeah.
as much as you did as the blood and the guts.
Yeah, exactly.
I messed up.
Dude, the fact that you just almost screwed up it's going to already be bad. Like the audio is going to just cut in with our theme song halfway through.
I get it, but like,
You missed the freaking recording.
welcome back to Leftovers Podcast. This is James,
And this is Alex.
and this is where we mess things up.
yeah. One day we'll get it right.
One day.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting things right,
Yeah.
Alex, are you ready to have a child with me? Have a
Huh?
child?
Huh?
Are you ready to have a child?
What?
Would you say this is the time to have a child?
Just because it's his birthday? You think he can start saying his wishes out loud?
No. This is a genuine question.
No, the dude just wants to start having his wishes said out
Oh
loud.
my god! I don't mind some practice, but like
And
you know,
you know what they say about wishes? Once you say them out loud, they won't happen.
that's messed up.
So you've lost me.
Oh, I lost you.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Do you think that we've hit that age where if we have a kid now, it's like it is a big deal,
Yeah.
to each other, but not like a big deal as in like, ooh, that guy had a kid. It's more
Again.
like expected.
When you say we, it's not us, right?
Sure.
So I want to make sure, get that out there.
I think we could try.
No. No means no.
So
But yeah, so we both have relationships, and yeah. We're in not us. This isn't an us thing, dude.
it does. It only hurts my feelings more the way you keep saying it's not an us thing.
I just want it to be clarified.
Whatever, dude.
Okay.
Again, answer the fucking question.
What was the question again?
Do you think we're at an age where we can actually have kids and no one's gonna bat an eye anymore?
Yeah, of course. At this point, people are like, have kids. What are you waiting for? I feel like the older people are kind of like, oh, we had kids when we were like 20. Like, how
Yeah.
come you don't have a kid now?
Yeah, I think my mom's just happy that I waited past when they had kids.
Yeah.
kind of thing. And she's been telling me like, you don't have to get married to have a kid.
Yeah.
And she's real progressive like that. She's real progressive.
Yeah, because we come from like Hispanics and stuff. So like they kind of have kids pretty early. So like the fact that we haven't, we've already broken one cycle.
Most of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A good amount of us.
Yeah.
It was funny. Like I had like this friend, I have this friend and he recently had a kid and he's been like, hey, so when is it your turn? I'm like, brother, like I just got in a relationship.
I was gonna say, my question is based on age.
Yeah.
That question's like too on the nose.
Yeah, I was like, dude, like, what are you talking about? Like, I just got into a relationship. Like,
Let
it's
me
still
enjoy
new.
it.
Yeah.
The reason we're talking about kids today is because Alex, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts recently, and I finally got back around to true crime stuff.
Okay.
And one of the things I keep thinking about
Oh,
is how you and
God.
me think about this exact thing equally.
Oh God, you want
Kids-
to kill our kids?
No, what our? Oh, is it back to ours?
Whenever we have kids separately. God.
You, Alex, and me both genuinely believe there is a serial killer gene.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Now, science will say otherwise,
Yeah.
and science might be dumb.
No, I think science says that there is.
I Googled it again and found some research.
Yeah.
They can't conclude that. However, there is something called the warrior gene, which is tied to aggression. But, serial killers also have it.
But I feel like you could even get that in like a hot Cheeto bag.
What are you talking
Red
about?
40 causes aggression.
So here's what we're going to talk about today. Alex, we're going to figure out if we had a kid, since you don't really want to do it with me, I guess.
Obviously.
Okay, this doesn't have to be an obvious
No,
thing.
it's very, very obvious.
It wasn't that obvious to
Look
me.
at your toes.
I don't want a kid with Sasquatch feet.
Yeah. Disgusting ass little
Fine.
toes.
If you and me theoretically had a kid and you were down with it,
Dude.
and you consented.
Again, I don't even like speaking in theoreticals. just say like separately, man.
Nah, dude,
you're
this is
freaking me out.
This is you and me parenting,
No,
not
no.
anybody else.
No, you're freaking me out.
Fine.
Yeah.
Our wives are on vacation, and we have our kid, our theoretical kid. We had kids with our theoretical wives.
Okay.
I say theoretical wives because they're not our wives yet.
Yeah.
But we had kids, and
Yeah.
now they're on vacation doing their own thing, and now
Okay.
we're stuck with the kids at home. But
right.
now we're noticing they got serial killer tendencies at a kid age.
At a kid age.
Yeah, how do we beat that out of them? Okay, not beat them out of them, but how do we figure this out? Okay, more importantly, what are actual signs that a kid might be like kind of weird?
From what I've heard, is they usually like to attack animals.
Yeah, so there's that. That's a big one. The lack of empathy towards animals and the way they kind of like look at an animal as like a science experiment.
Yeah.
They want to do weird things. It's one thing to kill an animal if you're like a redneck and you just gotta shoot your deer or
Yeah.
you shoot squirrels. Even
Yeah.
that, I'm kind of like, that's a little fucked.
Yeah, it's like Timmy's hungry. He needs to eat his breakfast, so he's got to go find a local raccoon to go beat. Yeah, hey, is that a raccoon? Is that a raccoon? Bye bye raccoon.
Sorry. Even that, I'm kind of like, that kid will be a little messed up, but he's not gonna be a serial killer.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he might
Yeah.
beat his wife,
Yeah,
but won't be a serial killer.
but it's like if they do it for fun.
Exactly. If they
Yeah.
do it for fun or if they do it for like research. Again, though, there is that nerdy kid sometimes in every TV show back in the day who's like picking apart caterpillars.
I think that's how it starts.
That's what I'm saying, though.
'Cause it's
we
like-
gotta stop that.
They're nerdy for a reason because they're different. Why are they different? Because they got that serial killer in them.
Serial killers make nerds.
Yeah.
That's not far off. High IQ.
Yeah.
High IQ is one of those serial killer things. So if you're smart, you're on the list, buddy. You should be like us. Dumb.
Dumb as hell.
Dumb as hell.
Yeah, James is dumb as hell.
This was Alec.
Oh, piss off, dude.
Speaking of the animal cruelty thing, I've been listening to an episode of Last Podcast on the Left. It's the one about these two serial killers named Charles Ng and Lester something. I don't care. They're bad people.
Yeah.
But it was a funny
They
thing.
don't deserve names.
They don't deserve names.
yeah.
But there's a funny part where they're talking about the contrast of both serial killers where they ended up being a team later on. But one of them, I think his name is Lester, but he was, cruel to animals. He would hurt animals, all this stuff. But the other guy, Charles, was actually really fond of animals. He loved animals. And he lived in Hong Kong at the time, but he had pet chickens, pet turtles, pet dogs.
He was on the bestiality side of things.
No.
Okay,
He
good.
was just genuinely, as a kid, he loved animals.
Okay.
Until his parents said like, dude, you're just bringing in dinner in here. So they started cooking his animals.
No,
Minus the
really?
dog. But like the chicken, the the turtle.
Yeah.
Like you ever had some turtle soup?
Yeah.
And they'd feed it to him. It's unknown if he knew that it was fed to him, but they're pretty sure he figured that out.
Ooh, I feel like they would have probably not told him for like a while.
No, dude, I think they did tell him. I think that's what happened.
It should have been like one of those things where like you look back and you're like, wait a minute, like I would bring my parents turtle, and then all of a sudden we're eating like the soup in a shell.
Well, here's the thing, though. Yes, their story is awful. It's one of the worst serial killer stories ever. Way worse than like Ted Bundy or all those people. However, also I keep thinking like, man, if this kid was like on the line of becoming a serial killer, their parents pushed them over, and it's their
really?
fault. It's their fault for feeding your child your pet.
Honestly, though, if you had to survive, like maybe they weren't all like that well off. That could have been like a reason why
I
they
mean,
were.
don't get me wrong, they had like a bunch of relatives in the house, but I don't know if that's just Asian culture or if that's actual like poverty. But again,
We need to look into like their bank statements and see if they were struggling or not.
maybe they didn't even have a bank.
Exactly. So they were probably struggling.
I just think it's funny though. It's really messed up, but I'm like, yeah, don't feed your kids their pet.
That reminded me of like this other thing where like I was looking at this. It was a post on Threads, and I sent it to you guys, and obviously you didn't look at it probably. And it was like this video. It was like this zoo or whatever. Like there were a bunch of kids, and they were looking at this alligator, and there was like this woman who was like in like its enclosure.
Oh God.
And it was just like, okay, like, look, kids, like, I'm going to, like, put my hand on it. It's like, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, it bites on her arm.
Oh no.
It goes, like, snap on her arm, right? And then everyone's just like, oh, God, what the hell's happening? And then one of the people starts, like, screaming out, like, emergency, emergency, emergency. And then, like,
Arriba.
Yeah, and then, like, a bunch of the kids start to, like, cry. And then, like, there's, like, a bunch of the parents who are, like, pulling, like, their kid. But if you look, there's one kid, and he's laughing. He's watching. He hasn't taken his eyes off whatever's happening in front of him. He just starts laughing and he's smiling.
Because he thinks it's funny.
He thinks, I don't know what he thinks, but
He's into this.
Yeah. He's intrigued by it. Like he's almost just like,
Oh,
yeah.
that's another sign. Kids who are too different, you're on a list, buddy.
Yeah. And it was crazy because like the people in the comments were being like, oh no, he's just like in shock. I'm like, that's not how shock works. No,
Nah, dude, he was rubbing his tummy and pointing like,
Yeah.
like literally like Nelson, like,
Yeah, like it was like the weirdest thing. Like it wasn't even like a laughing at it. It was more like a yeah, like that's cool, you know. Like it was really really weird and unsettling. And like there were a few people that also saw it too, and they're all like, hey, did anybody like see like the kid who was laughing? And I'm like, yeah, exactly. And then like everyone else was just like, no, he's in shock. Not everything's a serial killer nowadays. Blah blah. I'm like,
nah, that's how they start because we
Yeah.
ignore the signs.
Yeah, I'm
and it's
like-
always like there was never any signs.
Yeah.
There were plenty of signs.
and then we just saw proof of it. And these people are just like, no, it's not a thing. Nah, that's a bot account. That's a bot account who wants
no,
to
that's
see
the
people.
kid. That's the kid defending himself.
Oh my gosh.
You know what's terrifying? Chicago supposedly has a serial killer.
Hey, take it easy. That's gonna be my my thing on Wednesday.
What are you talking about, dude? I didn't mention anything about serial killers in Chicago. What are you talking about?
But yeah,
There's also one in the suburbs.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's actually the one I'm gonna talk about.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so what can I talk about? What can I bring to the table?
You can just bring it up now, and then I'll do it.
No, I'm not gonna bring it up because I don't have any details on it. I
Oh,
just
really?
mentioned that like there's a
Oh.
rumor.
Okay, well then, guys, tune in onto our Wednesday episode when I go deeper into this story.
And me.
No,
Oh.
God, dude, it's your birthday. Get over it. I'm not going on you.
Hey man, I don't get the point of birthdays if you're not gonna put out. Okay, but how do you actually treat kids who you're like visually you can tell a kid when they're different?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. There's a difference between kids who are just sad. And that sucks. Not you can't do much for that.
Yeah.
I can't afford therapy.
Exactly.
So he can't.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
Yeah, like you have to suffer sometimes. The kid has to suffer sometimes.
I suffered all the time, so now he has to suffer most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
even if I have a lot of money, I'm never gonna let him have therapy. I didn't get it.
Yeah, and then it's also like, like if your kid's like, doing some things that you don't approve of, just be like, sorry, buddy, you're on your own. I'm not going to help you.
I like traditions. Continue the cycle. Anyways. Well, here's the thing. When it comes to things like kids who are abused in some kind of way or another,
Yeah.
I totally get why they become like monsters because they have no therapy and stuff like that. There are kids though that just straight up just want power. And now that I think about it, when you look at those kids, when you were in, let's say you're in elementary school and you're at recess and there's that stupid little girl who just wants to tell you, this is how we play the game.
Yeah.
This is how, no, we're going to play with this role. No cherry bombs in the Foursquare.
Yeah.
And dude, do you not understand? That's the way I win. That's how I play the
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, I hate that girl. But anyways, that girl, serial killer because she's telling me how to play the game.
No, I think in this scenario, actually, because you aren't playing by her rules, she's looking at you as different. You're the serial killer in this.
Now, does it help that she was white and the only kids she yelled at were brown?
That's different.
That's
makes
a
it
little different.
Yeah.
Not serial killer?
She's not a serial killer, no, but she's racist.
And then that's not illegal.
No. And like her parents probably taught her.
That's probably that is illegal. I don't think it's illegal, but hate crime is.
Hate crime is like if they actually act on it, but like you can't like control somebody's thoughts, but you should be able to.
You should be able to, so we can stop these serial killers.
That's why we need mutants.
Damn.
Yeah.
But which ones? Are we thinking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Or are we? Oh, what am I doing?
No, that's
Teen
Turtle.
Titans.
Yeah.
Or are we thinking X-Men?
Titans are mutants.
They're not.
No, the Teen Titans aren't mutants.
They look like them.
Yeah, but they're. Oh wait, they're metahumans.
Yeah. Is
Some
that?
of them are. Oh wait, yeah, because mutants is Marvel, metahumans is DC.
Right.
Yeah,
Then I'm still wrong.
yeah,
But either way, which one would you rather have?
but I think you're half right.
Cyborg wouldn't be a mutant, would he?
No, because nothing happened to him.
He's artificial. He's AI.
He was an experiment.
But Beast Boy.
Beast Boy.
Beast Boy's
he's-
messed up.
Honestly, if he was in the Marvel world, he would be a mutant.
Here's the thing, though. With Beast Boy, definitely not a serial killer.
Ooh.
Oh, no, wait, that's not true because there is an episode in Teen Titans, the original series, the good one, not the Teen Titans Go bullcrap that they made later on, which, by the way, wasn't that bad. But, I have my things here.
Yeah.
I do like the collab they made with the original Teen Titans and the new Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
But, again, this is something for a different day, but we should talk about this more and more. Anyways,
I'm gonna veto that idea.
there is a part where Beast Boy goes, like, rabid.
Oh.
Do you remember? I don't know if you remember that, where he can't he's like always angry. He becomes like this werewolf, like almost like a chupacabra type thing.
Yeah.
And he's just attacking a lot.
Yeah.
And he's waking up and he doesn't remember what happened to him.
Yeah, I think it was like one of those times where like he got too animalistic, like
Yeah.
he lost sense of like his human side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Similar to the Spider-Man trailer that just dropped where he's given into his Spider-Man side.
Dude, you know what the funniest part is? There's someone who broke down that trailer. He's like, Spider-Man is a villain. Spider-Man is a bad person.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, let me show you why. And it's that first scene where he distracts that driver who's going to crash. And he's like, let's see how many families he killed with that car crash.
Oh my god. That's my like least favorite thing ever on the internet when it's just like, here's how many people died in this scene. And it's like, shut up. That's not the focus.
I do like
know
what
what I
your brother sent the other day, where it's
Uh-huh.
like how Spider-Man's like the ultimate of like what it means that how in Marvel having superpowers isn't a gift or anything like that.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. And
Yeah.
this just proves it because Spider-Man caused like 10 families that died. There's a bunch of single dads out there now,
Yeah.
single moms out there because of Spider-Man that day.
Yeah, his whole thing was like saying that like I guess Spider-Man is like the best hero that there is because it just shows that like even if you have like a bunch of power, it doesn't really mean much because at the end of the day, in certain aspects, you're still powerless. But then
Bars,
like,
dude, bars.
but then like in the world of DC, everybody's kind of like a god almost.
Yeah.
And then they kind of have to like make themselves small in order to be like a human.
Even Bruce Wayne, he's
Yeah.
a billionaire.
Yeah. He's got the
Sexy
resources.
billionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got everything.
And then he has to come out and be like, I'm just a regular billionaire.
Yeah. But everyone knows that the billionaire is actually his mask. And Batman is who he really is. Yeah.
Dude, that was dumb.
No, everyone knows it. It's like a real thing. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's admitted it many a times.
That Batman who he really is?
Yeah.
I want to see the birth certificate. Tell me his birth certificate says that. Tell me when he was 5, he was like, I want to be Batman when I grow up. No, he didn't say that. He said, I want to keep this cocaine party going. Tell me Bruce Wayne wasn't on Epstein's island.
No, of course he wasn't.
Dude, Bruce Wayne?
Dude.
Billionaire? Playboy?
Yeah. Dude, that's what I'm saying. No, he wouldn't have been there.
I don't know, dude. I don't know when he turned good.
If you've ever read The Court of Owls, he would have been on the other side fighting the people. Yeah. Yeah. I know my shit.
Court of
dude.
Owls is probably the best storylines.
Yeah.
That's
and it has to do with the elites.
I had a cousin who had I have a cousin
Yeah.
who had the collector's edition comic of the Court of Owls, and it came with like a really nice mask. It wasn't like a plastic one. It was like a legit mask.
Damn.
And I was like, dang, I didn't know you were a nerd too.
Oh, wait. I think you told me about this cousin or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
she's really into like that kind
Yeah,
of stuff. But
yeah.
yeah. Anyways, how do we discipline these kids,
Oh,
dude?
yeah,
How do
yeah.
we fix these kids? Like, okay, what am I supposed to do as a parent? I'm not a parent yet, but what am
Yeah.
I supposed to do? How do I catch them? Okay, because like one thing is like, okay, here, go watch what's that? Bluey, go watch Bluey.
Yeah.
And then what if he starts like laughing and so I'm like, oh my god, what would Bluey look like inverted? You know, like
Yeah.
how creepy would that be?
Or if he starts drawing it too, because usually they go to like drawings because like that's how they can stretch their imagination
Right.
to its fullest.
So okay, so that's another sign. So okay, we've already established if they're mean animals, bad.
Yeah.
If they're like pointing and laughing at people in pain, it
Yeah.
depends on the joke. Depends on the premise.
Yeah.
If it's a kid getting it's someone getting nut shotted,
Yeah.
maybe I'll laugh too.
Yeah, yes, for sure. Like,
sure.
There's
But
like a line.
But alligator.
Yeah.
But
That's
that also depends.
biting somebody's arm.
Well, does she deserve it?
No.
No, okay.
I mean, she kept the thing in an enclosure, I guess. Like animals shouldn't be, but like at the same time,
He
like,
shouldn't be reading that deep into it.
Yeah.
He's 5.
Yeah, true.
Timmy's 5. He shouldn't know this stuff.
But I don't even think he's doing that in his head. I think he's just like, oh, I see her like struggling, and that makes me happy.
That-
you know?
I think that stupid little bitch from the Foursquare game. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I think that's a serial killer too. Anybody who tells me how to play the freaking game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's
No,
a serial killer.
I think she's fine. I think she's okay. I think kids are just like that sometimes.
I hate that kid.
You were like that, you know?
Shut up.
When you
I
would be
wasn't
all
that
like,
blonde little girl.
no. You would be like the kid who would be all like, I have all of the superpowers, so I'm stronger than everybody in this room and alive. You
It's
know?
not my fault. I was the chosen one.
No, that's what I'm saying, dude. You were worse than that girl.
There's definitely that. Also, the kid who thinks he's the chosen one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kid. The kid who's isolated too much and doesn't go out.
That is a thing.
Yeah, but
Where
like
it's-
we're not talking about me, okay? By the
Okay,
way, we're
okay,
talking
okay.
about like isolated to the point where like you go to school, they legit have no friends.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, I don't have any friends, but they still have someone to sit with at lunch.
Yeah.
And they say hi to people.
Yeah.
We're talking about the kid who just straight up like, I didn't even know he was in my class.
Yeah.
I thought he was like older or younger or whatever.
It's like that self-isolation thing where it's like, okay, like I'm self-isolating because I'm dark and I'm different. Nobody
No.
gets me.
I'm gonna steal this from a different podcast.
Okay.
Nerd alert.
Okay.
Because that kid sucks.
Yeah.
That kid sucks. I'm talking about the isolation in the sense that the kid, he knows he's doing it, but he's not all like
stealing what from a podcast?
someone else. Another podcast goes like does an alarm and they do like nerd alert
Oh, wait, why?
when it's like a nerdy thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that kid,
Yeah.
nerd. Because
Nerd.
here's the thing:
Uh-huh.
real isolation serial killers,
Uh-huh.
they don't do it like that. They're not like I'm so dark and different. They're
No.
more like I'm better than you. I'm better than
Yeah.
all of you.
And I think they even like try to fit in, you know? Like they're
Yeah.
they know how to like hide it.
Wait, so they would be popular?
Yeah.
They're always popular. Oh, dude, now we gotta beat up the popular kids too. Oh god, we gotta beat up the loners and the popular kids.
Hey man, we're not beating up any kids around here.
I don't know, dude. I'm trying to save the world.
Oh, speaking of like stuff like that, did you know? Because I recently found out that like the Unabomber, apparently
Yeah.
he was going after people on the Epstein list.
Why did we? God dang it, dude.
Yeah.
Well, again, like I'm not helping. Dang.
Like apparently, like you know, like everybody has like these conspiracy theories about certain things where it's like, okay, like this happened because of this happened because of that. Like this has been a theory apparently that they believe that the Unabomber wasn't actually like obviously what he did was awful, but I guess his target was actually somebody that was like a known pedo, you know?
What did the Unabomber do? I know he bombed, but like,
Yeah.
to what extent was he bombing that he has a nickname? Because you don't see the guy who blew up like a target go like, I'm the target bomber, I'm the
Yeah.
T-bomb.
Well,
you know?
that's because back then it was like different. Like now
Was
it's
he,
so
like-
common that it's just like, oh, it's another one of those guys, you know?
Was he doing like a lot? Was it like legit like a problem? Like
I don't even know because I think it's just like once you do one, I think back then because it was so rare, it was like you immediately got a name.
And he was going after these potentially on the Stains lists people.
Like that was like one of like the people that got blasted. But I don't think it was more than one time. I believe it was only one.
Either way, though, his plan.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: I want to take that stuff with a grain of salt now because, like, yes, new evidence can come up, but also I'm also like, there's like a whole like wormhole I went through today by accident.
Yeah.
Just sitting on my bed, going through reels and a bunch of Instagram reels about Hillary Clinton. Apparently, there's a file on someone's laptop.
Oh, yeah.
in politics. Apparently, it's her wearing a child's face.
Yes.
And I'm just like, I want to believe that, at some point, some of these things they're saying about the Clintons is real.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard when, like, one, obviously, yes, we don't want to see the evidence, but also two, it's like no one's presenting the evidence. And three, it's also like, that's a little out there. If anyone who see that, yeah, you're going to be put in jail.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, like the things that have come out. Oh, it's talking about the fucking
Yeah,
file and
yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah, but
It's a
like-
Monday episode.
No, don't worry, dude. Don't worry. We're going to get back. We're talking about serial killers still, technically.
Yeah. True. True.
Allegedly. I
Oh,
don't want
yeah,
to
yeah,
I don't want that. I don't want that.
But in all of that, whatever, like some people have been like pulled up some really weird stuff because not everything gets redacted. Like there are like a lot of things where it's like, oh, this probably should have been, but like now I'm seeing like a full on disgusting thing. Cause,
Yeah.
And so it's like, if all of that's real, like I'm not putting anything else past like anything. I believe like there is a video of her doing that. I hope I never see it, but it's one of those things where it's just like, oh, all of a sudden it's there and you're like, oh, damn it,
Yeah.
Like, I accidentally saw it.
Here's the thing. The reason why I think people don't care about serial killer stuff anymore, like they're into it because like, oh, I want to hear the stories, I want to hear all these details, and it's always gruesome, right? And it parallels the same thing with conspiracy stuff right now. It's because no one has to look at the evidence, no one has to actually look at the consequences or live with the consequences of what happened.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't care because you're not actually seeing the real thing. It's more of a story to you. And even with like the conspiracy stuff, it's more like, yeah, maybe in my heart, maybe I do believe it like a lot, but I also haven't seen it or seen evidence that actually completely proves it. So I'm just going to keep talking about it, but I'm not going to,
Believe it, I guess.
fully 100% because everyone believes it 100% supposedly, but like, you don't see marches about like, let's take down the Clintons, let's
Yeah.
do this,
Yeah.
because it's also like, I think
They would kill you.
they would kill you.
Yeah.
And you also, and it doesn't work without proof.
Yeah, and also like I used to like conspiracies a lot, not gonna lie, and I think that I used to like it because it always felt like it was out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
But now that like you've seen that so many of these conspiracies are like coming out as true,
Oh, it's terrifying.
and then it's just like, oh, all of the Epstein stuff, it just kind of like, oh, this just adds more to that where it's like, oh, I really thought that I was kind of just listening to a tale, but now that it's real, it makes you feel kind of disgusting when you like go into it more.
Yeah. Yeah, because real people.
Yeah. So now that like when I see a conspiracy theory, I used to get like almost like excited because it was just like fake.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's so real that it's like, oh, I can no longer be like, who, you know? Like, is it real?
No,
Is it real?
I totally get that.
Like now that it's real, it's just like, oh, it's real. Like I feel everything now. Like all of the victims involved, I feel for them. And maybe that also has to do with being older, you know?
yeah,
But
you old fuck.
you're older than me.
Shut up, you dumb bitch.
You're dumb, dude. You're obviously, I'm older than you.
Oh, my bad.
So ready to be aggressive.
I'm just ready to beat the crap out of you. Ooh, aggression is a good thing that we should watch out for in these people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at one. I'm looking at an aggressor.
Okay, I'm not the aggressor. I'm just defending my land.
You're like,
sorry.
what's going on?
I spent some time in Texas these days, and
Yeah.
no, all I know is stand my ground.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's gonna sound weird.
Uh-huh.
People who go to the military and they're too into it.
What do you mean? Like,
Too into going to war. They're too into like, so how do I finish them off? When can I legally blast the other side?
ooh.
People who are too into it. Like they
Yeah.
come in and they know every piece of their weapon.
Yeah. I weirdly think that that's like too, like, that's not serial killer at all. Because I feel like a serial killer would be like, oh, no, I want to do it because I want to do it, not because I'm ordered to do it, you know?
You know what it is though?
Hmm.
Just like you said earlier, it's like they need to fit into places.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only place they can quote unquote fit in, but still operate their like twisted fantasies
Uh,
without anyone being like, you can't do that. It's more like you can do that here.
Yeah.
And you're still, it's like, it's a weird master plan, but
Yeah.
it gets to slip a little bit.
Yeah. I think when it comes to those things, I could be wrong, but I think it's just like somebody who's just has like this intense amount of like racism. They kind of just go into it because it's like, oh, I know that if I do this, I'll kill probably a good amount of brown people. You know what I mean? I think that's just racism.
Okay, military, racist.
No. If you're into it just like to that extent where you're like, I want to go out there, I want to kill, like I hope like, and then you throw out like a slur or two, like then it's like, ooh, it's kind of obvious that that's your intention.
Here's the thing though, if you're like going to the shooting range
Yeah.
and your target is like a brown person,
Yeah.
and it's like, sir, we only shoot silhouettes. Why do you have a full character on here? Like that's then racism.
Yeah.
You know, but if it's like, you know, but again, I still think fine. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I do see some parallels.
Okay, fair enough.
People who choose to go walking to work.
Oh,
Serial killer is. Why?
Serial
You're walking and to do what? To
Yeah.
scope out the area so you know what it's like to be a regular person and what they see on the way there.
Ooh.
Trying to see exit ways, trying to see
Yeah.
like where you can hide the bodies.
Yeah, just to be like, okay, like if I go out down this left road, like I could take somebody out over here, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And lastly, what do you call it when someone writes out like a whole like, you know how a lot of like shooters and killers and people like that, they
Yeah.
write out like a whole philosophy or a whole like,
Yeah.
what do you call
I know what this manifesto.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
People who write manifestos, serial killer.
I agree.
Serial
Yeah.
killer.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even matter what the manifesto is about. You know what? No, PhD holders.
Yeah.
All you people who have to write your essays,
Yeah.
serial killer.
Wait,
How are you gonna sit there on 8 pages or something?
Okay, I might be dumb for this. What is a manifesto technically?
Damn it.
Like, what does?
You didn't have to ask that question. You didn't have to ask it. We could just moved on. You didn't have to ask.
Because I know that journaling is big. You know what I mean? And
That's
so, like,
not a manifesto.
no. But sometimes it's just like, you know, you talk about like your feelings and stuff like that. So it's like, what technically is a manifesto? Because at this point, does everyone have one? Like, if you journal, is that technically a manifesto? You know?
Dude, don't say it like that because I journal. You've seen my journals. I have like 20.
I know, and I've seen your drawings too.
What'd you think though?
The blood was good, but it was very, very detailed.
I wish you'd put as much detail into the rest of the drawing, like the sky,
Yeah.
as much as you did as the blood and the guts.
Yeah, exactly.
A manifesto is a public written declaration of intentions, motives, or views, often outlining new, transformative vision for an individual,
A vision board? That's a vision board.
group, or political party. Oh my God, it's a vision board. It's basically a vision board. Oh my God, we did this. We all did this. We did a group. Oh no, we did a group
Oh my
manifesto.
God. You surround yourself with people that are like you. We're all serial killers.
In a world that we're statistically alone,
Yeah.
the universe brought us together.
Oh my God.
It's not just a cult.
Nah, because cults like don't always kill. They mostly kill themselves.
They mostly just have sex in weird ways, though.
Define weird.
Like one guy gets to do it. One guy gets to do it.
Yeah.
Everybody else has to be like, "Here's my wife."
That is one of those weird things, right? How do you talk somebody into being like, hey, you can bang my wife? Like,
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
If you're a cook, serial killer. Anybody who says like, "Yeah, you can bang my wife," unless it's really your kink. If you get duped by a cult member and they said, "Yeah, the entry ticket is your wife. I get to have sex with your wife," and you have to sign like a paper that says like, "Yeah, I'll make sure she showered before she goes over." You know, it's like
I
it's
think
kind
that's just like, I don't know, because serial killers are like, I don't know, they wouldn't allow that, I think. They would be like weirdly, like, very against it. Not weirdly, because obviously like everybody would be against that, but
unless it's your kink again.
yeah. But it's like, I think when it comes to serial killers, I think they want to like maintain all the power.
Yeah, serial killers aren't that dumb.
What was that movie, American Psycho? Have you ever seen it?
I've never seen it, but I've heard a lot about it.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where like I feel like I've always wanted to see, just to kind of like see like what Hollywood thinks is like
A serial killer, a psycho.
Yeah.
I will say, I feel like any movie I've ever seen of what they think a serial killer is a little over the top. It's always like they'll break at any moment, and it's like, no.
Yeah.
They're like professional liars. They're professionally good at hiding their real identity for years if they have to.
Yeah.
And they'll go to court and they'll pretend and they'll be a whole different person.
Yeah.
While they have all like imagination of like, oh, I can't wait to kill that judge. I can't wait to kill that person. Here's how I do it. They're literally thinking all that stuff, hyper realism in their brain.
Yeah.
While acting like a regular person. Like, no, I did not. I was at a Dairy Queen. Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't ask the manager. It's seasonal. It only
Yeah.
opens seasonal.
Yeah.
And then that's how you know they're a serial killer. How
'Cause
did
it's
they know
winter.
No, yeah, exactly. But also, how did they know the Dairy Queen schedule? Nobody knows the Dairy Queen schedule. Okay, that thing is random as heck, dude. It's open now. It's still cold.
I think the one here is open year round.
Don't let the serial killer know. They have an alibi. Well, let us
They
know.
always have a place to be.
Dude, I don't get. I'm so sorry. I gotta say this, dude. Anybody who goes to Dairy Queen still, they don't got the wall with all the blizzards anymore. How do you know what you're ordering?
Yeah.
That's a serial killer if you know what you want at a Dairy Queen.
That might just be ours, but yeah.
Okay, if you go to my Dairy Queen, you're my serial killer.
Imagine somebody can like track us down. It's like, okay, fine. The one that's open year round that doesn't have the things on the wall, and they find us.
It is right next to a Toys R Us, so good luck. If you guys know any other things that potentially mean serial killers, or you just think should be illegal, like maybe we should put them on a list. Like anybody, I don't know, people who don't floss,
Yeah.
put them on a list.
Oh,
I don't know what
man.
kind of list, but put them on a list.
I gotta do that then. I don't want to be on a list.
You guys hit teeth.
Do I?
Yeah,
Oh, thanks, man.
I've always stared at them.
Really?
No, but you got good teeth.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Bad people. It sounds mean. I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna hurt someone's feelings.
Okay.
People with bad teeth, you can usually see it from like across the table.
Oh.
It's kind of noticeable because I don't know. I've been lucky to be surrounded with people who with good teeth all around me. So anytime I see someone who stands out from that, I'm just like, yeesh.
Yeah.
Take a freaking toothpick every once in a while.
Dude,
my
my
guy.
girlfriend's got like the hottest teeth ever.
Not even cleanest, not even the nicest, just the hottest teeth ever.
No, I love her teeth.
Dude, that's serial killers. That's serial
You know what's
killers.
crazy? There are times when like I've said stuff to her and I'm like, yeah, that comes off as a serial killer for sure. Like there was one time where I'm like, I just love to watch you do anything. And I'm like, that sounds so creepy.
Oh my
from
God.
Far away. But it's like I was at her house and she was just like in like her room hanging out chilling. We were on the bed and she just looked very like at peace and I'm like, I just like to see her like that, you know? But it came off very fucked up and weird.
You think I'd look good in blue lighting?
What?
I'm just thinking about what they're gonna ask me during the Netflix talk when this comes out, and I have to act like there was no signs.
You're a bastard.
Well, this is James, future sit downer at a Netflix documentary.
Yeah.
And this is Alex, future.
No,
topic
I'm
of-
fine. I'm fine. This is Alex. I'm fine.
See how he wants all the power.
No.
Follow us at LFTVRSPOD and let us know down below. Comment, like, subscribe, by the way.
Yeah.
But let us know down below. What other tendencies do you see in people who are serial killers? Do
Yeah.
you know a serial killer? Are you a serial killer? If you are, stay out of my fucking neighborhood.
Yeah.
Please. Go to Michigan.
Go to
Nothing
Florida.
happens there.
Go to Florida, meet a dolphin, and just he'll know where to take you.
I just saw a video about why we should stop talking to dolphins, and it was the creepiest thing ever. But
Why we should what?
we should stop talking to dolphins.
Oh, wow.
And they like talk.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
End the
but-
episode so I can get away from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to end this episode because I kind of want to keep your girlfriend safe.
She's fine. We're fine.
She's fine.
Yeah.
As in, like, you know where she is at all times. Thank you for listening to Outdoor Podcast.
That was good. I like that. Like hit well. It went boom.
Yeah.
Right on beat.